Lauren Daisy.
Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a figure, what do they call it? Like a, not a figure haul because I don't have them, but like an anti-haul is products you don't want and things you don't want, but I do want these. Like a wish list? Maybe it's more like a wish list. So I follow on Instagram Ringside Collectibles. I wish I could buy figures from them. I really wish I could. But because they're in America, it's real expensive for me to get figures from them shipped over here. So I like to follow them just to keep up to date on what the new figures are. But then I usually wait until they're like at Smith's or eBay or The Entertainer or somewhere like that, where it's not going to be as crazy money for me to get a hold of them. But they went to San Diego Comic-Con and have pictures and renders of like so many new figures, so many new ones, and they look so good. It was the WWE Mattel figure display, whatever you want to call it. So I thought it would be kind of fun today to just go through, talk about the ones that really interest me, talk about the ones that I would love to have in my collection. There are quite a few, so I won't be getting all of these. I'll probably tell you the ones where I'm like, no, I think I'm actually gonna get this, and then the ones that I just think are really cool and like would love to have in my collection if I had that kind of money. So yeah, I'm gonna put a little picture, obviously credits to Ringside Collectibles. I'm like using them from their Instagram, so I'll screenshot them and put them here so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about as well. So the first one I want to talk about is the Alexa Bliss Elite 97. I think she's so cool. I love Alexa Bliss, and even with the whole Lily thing and the Fiend, honestly I was really into it. I really liked it. I feel like it only kind of went a bit weird when the Fiend left, because that was kind of the arc of the whole like gimmick for her. So yeah, but I always loved the hair, loved the makeup, loved the gear. I thought it was great. So I've been waiting for an Alexa Bliss like that to come out so that I could add her to my collection, because I don't have an Alexa Bliss yet. So I feel like it's been ages since there's been an Alexa Bliss figure. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I do think this is what I'm going to get if I see it. I'm not going to be like properly on the hunt for it, but if I see it on the Smith's website or like when I go into a shop, I think I definitely will pick her up if I see her. But she looks so cool. The gear is so cool. The like chains on the bodice bit and the spikes, the fishnets. Obviously she's got her glove, she's got 2 different sets of hands, and you get Lily with it as well, which is like, that is so sick. I literally love it. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. The only other one from the Elite 97 collection that I'm kind of interested in is the Ronda Rousey one. Again, I feel like the changeable hands are really cool. I really like her outfit as well. Like, I love that it comes with the jacket, and I liked this like look a lot. I think it's from her return at WrestleMania. I do like this one a lot. This is probably one that I might not end up getting, or if I see it on sale I might get it, because I don't have a Ronda yet. But I do really like this gear, and yeah, this is just a cool figure of upcoming Elite figures. It doesn't say which like number or anything. They got the Johnny Knoxville one, which I thought was kind of funny. No, that's pretty cool for him that he's getting his own figure. Like, I would be gassed if I got my own figure. And then Sonia Deville is another one that came from that kind of lineup. She doesn't have, neither of them have any kind of like colors or anything to see what their gear is going to look like. It's literally just like the kind of sculpt prototype one, but she looks really cool. And Sonia is another one that I've been wanting to add to my collection, so I feel like she's going to be a really cool one. It already looks really good. It really looks like her. The gear is giving exactly what it's supposed to give. We just have more random elites. We don't have any specific numbers or lines, but I thought that Demon Finn was a really cool one. I just loved the paint. I thought that was such a cool thing for a figure. I always loved on Jeff's figures when they would do his face paint and stuff, so I really like that. I think Boogs is really cool. Like, I absolutely loved him when we went to see WWE live. me and one of my best friends from Ronda, we went together and we fell in love with Boogs, and we always cheer for Boogs. So that would be a kind of cool one to have. And then the other one is the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman's elite figure. There's two. There's like a chase one. I personally prefer the one that's got the more like classic paint that I like kind of recognize from when I was watching, with the yellow. So I feel like that's really cool for some reason. Me and Miranda really love the Boogeyman. We went into Kex one time and we found SmackDown vs Raw 2007 on the back of the case for the game. He was on it as a featured character, and for some reason we were like, oh my god, this is the greatest game ever, we have to have it. So I feel like that would be a really fun one. The new Royal Rumble 2023 ones, for me, the only one that I'm really interested in is the Brie Bella one. The Ray one is kind of cool as well, but his face, I'm not gonna lie, the face kind of scares me a little bit. But I really love Brie's one. I've been looking at, like, kind of eyeing up on eBay for a while, the last Brie Elite that they did and the last Nikki Elite that they did. So to see that she's now getting a new one, I might just wait and get this one. It looks really cool. I like the gear, and I like that it comes with like the flannel tie around as well. For me, I am a women's wrestling gal through and through. I always have been. Those are some of my favorite figures to get. They're the ones I get the most excited about. Same when the games come out, I'm excited to see the women's roster. I always want to play as them. I love my gals and I stand by them and I love them. So to see any time that there are new female wrestling figures coming out, I'm always excited about them. And especially with the wrestlers that I grew up with, those ones you'll probably see a running theme if I do more of these videos, but any that are from kind of like my era of when I grew up watching it are ones that I'm always really excited about. So Brie definitely falls under that category. Honestly thinking about getting this AJ one just for that hair piece alone. That head sculpt with the hair. And then they've got like the young AJ styles, like the proper retro one. I feel like that is really cool. Like I said, any kind of like throwback ones, that's always gonna get me. Any ones that come with like this Ken Shamrock one comes with the old Intercontinental belt, I would love it just for that. Just for that alone. Like, I just love anything like that. The Shawn Michaels from this Elite series as well looks really cool. I love the jacket. I love the red leopard print with the white. I have one kind of retro Shawn Elite. It was from the WrestleMania wave that they did, and he's really cool and I love him, but I think I might like the look of this one even more. The Survivor Series Becky Lynch, I really like her as well. I loved that gear at the time. I thought it was so cool. With the red and the white fishnets. I also don't have a Becky Lynch yet, so she's definitely on my list. I think she's really cool. And then the other one that I liked from the Survivor Series range was the AJ Styles. He's probably one that I would keep in the box. I really liked that he was already doing like the pose that he was in the box. So I feel like he would be a really good display one. And yeah, I just love that he's wearing like the Raw top and everything. I feel like that's a really cool one. This one, we're coming back to that, you know, my era kind of thing I was talking about. The Drew McIntyre Survivor Series, like the old Drew, I need him. I think he's in my, I definitely will get this at some point list, because I'm obsessed. Never did I think they would make another old Drew figure. I love it, with the old coat and like the picture of him on the... Obsessed. I need it. These little like retro superstar-y ones I think are really cute. There's just not really any that pique my interest. So if they do like another batch of them, I really want one because I think they're really cute, but there's just not really anyone for me at the minute. One that I think is super exciting, because I haven't seen a 3-pack for a long time, unless I just like missed it, but is the Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns 3-pack. I think that is so cool. God knows how expensive that is gonna be, but I absolutely love it. I would love to have a Paul Heyman. When I was a kid, I was always really wanted, like, I wanted the referees. I wanted Lillian Garcia, like, for my ring announcer. Any, like, or like commentators, any figures that aren't like wrestlers, I don't know why, I just love it. And then the Brock looks really cool as well. The face sculpt looks really good for that. I like his little jeans get up. And I want a new Roman as well, like a proper like bloodline Roman. The Raw Anniversary Elites, again, really cool. To be honest with you, I don't think I'd really go for the 1, 2, 3 kid. I really like the Undertaker. I think he's really cool, and the Razor Ramon one looks really good as well. So I think for me it'd be between one of those two, maybe leaning more towards the Undertaker because I think that's just such an iconic look. But the Razor one is really cool too. Dewdrop, I love her. Like, I love her space buns. I love the outfit. I don't know which one is the chase one, to be honest, but I think it's the blue. I think the blue one is the normal one and this green one is the chase one. But I really want the green one because I love that gear. I think it's so cool. Kofi is another really cool one. I don't have a Kofi yet, or I don't have a new Kofi. I think I might have a Kofi from when I was a kid, but I don't have a new one. And this Elite looks really cool. The only thing is his ankles are kind of weird. I don't know if they just did that because of like how the shoe like is supposed to be, but yeah, his ankles look a little bit weird. But to be honest with you, I think I'd probably keep him in the box anyway, so that doesn't really bother me. So for the greatest hits collection, I really liked the Rock. Again, the legs are a little bit weird, but I just really like the idea of having more of a like retro Rock figure. The shirt is iconic, the chain, the glasses, and he's got the mic with like the old logo. I really love the Rey Mysterio top picks. I actually have, when we went to see the tour, I have that shirt, like the Mysterio's one, so that would be really cute to have like a little mini version of it because I do have it. The gear, I love the pink and the yellow. I think that's such a good combination. I really like the new Cody Rhodes that they're doing. It comes with obviously like the Nightmare belt. It comes with this really cool, like the box just looks really cool. I really want a Cody. I don't have any Codys, and obviously all the ones from before are more like the legacy style Cody, so I really want the blonde one. His gear, just everything, and the face mold is so good. Like, it's so good. Like, it was even good like when I was a kid, but now it's just like crazily spot on. Another Rey, so I don't think I would get both. I would probably choose one or the other, but I am kind of leaning more towards this Rey, the one that has the Cruiserweight Championship belt with him. I think that's a really cool add-on. Young Rey, I don't know, I just really like the idea of having a proper like old school Rey to then go with my more like up-to-date one, because then I have some from when I was a kid as well that kind of like in between, and Rey's one of my favorites, so to have kind of like a little timeline of figures of him, I think that would be really cool. Obviously this is no surprise, I definitely want this one for my collection, and it's the new John Cena Elite that comes with the spinner belt. I'm a spinner belt apologist. I'll say it with my whole chest. I love it. It's so nostalgic for me, and it comes with like the big chain and the hat with the Chain Gang logo, and this John Cena is like my John Cena to my core, and I love it and I love him. And this figure is probably not the one I was most excited about, because we're getting to that, but it's close. This is probably the one I'm second most excited about. The Becky Lynch that was also like in that lineup looks really cool as well. So I'm undecided if I want her or to go for the Survivor Series version of her. Maybe this one, because I'm pretty sure this is the jacket she wore when like I saw her live. So that would be really cool, and I love the white gear as well. So I think maybe I'll go for that one over the other one. I'm not entirely sure. So we've got some first time in the line ones. Pat McAfee, I want really bad. I don't know if I'll actually end up like buying him, but I just think that he's so cute. I think he's so cool. If I was him, I would be obsessed with the fact that I have my own figure. And the Aaliyah figure as well, I really like. Like I said, I'm just a sucker for women's wrestling figures, and I love her hair and her gear. And I think she's really cool. Oh god, okay, so I lied before. I think the John Cena I just showed you is my third one that I'm most excited for, and then this John Cena is the one I'm second most excited for because it's a ruthless aggression John. I'm so excited. He's so cool. The jersey, the hat, the mic, he looks so retro, he looks so old school. He literally looks almost like a Jax figure almost, but obviously upgraded. He looks so good. He just looks so cool. He looks like a figure I would have had when I was a kid, in a way, if that makes sense. The only thing I kind of wish was that there was a women amongst the Ruthless Aggression lineup, because obviously in season 2 of Ruthless Aggression, you know, they talked about the women's movement. I would have loved to have seen Trish in here, Lita, Ivory, Molly Holly, Tori, even Michelle McCool, maybe like towards the end, tail end maybe, so maybe not so much. Jacqueline, you know, I would have really loved to. I feel like you could have put a lot of really cool women's figures in here, because they need to do the women justice, because some of the figures that the women have seen over the years, especially in the Jax days, they need redemption, and this would have been such a good time to do it, unless they did a Ruthless Aggression women's, just a line that was all women's figures. Then I would forgive them for this. The Shawn Michaels ultimate figure, I want an ultimate figure so bad. I don't have any yet. I really want the John Cena one, and I really want the Jeff Hardy one, and now the Shawn Michaels one as well, because he is so cool. The gear, just everything about him, the hat, which sounds like such a weird thing, like the hat, but I want the hat, and like the fabric for the trousers, just they've done him so well. So it's literally my dream to have an ultimate figure. To be honest, the only ones out of the Showdown 2-packs that I was really interested in were the Bianca and Becky Lynch ones, because I really want to kind of up my Bianca collection, because I want to get her elite one. But then also I really like the gear for this one, and the hair I think is really cool as well. I kind of wish she was like almost on her own, because I prefer the other Becky Lynch's, like the elite ones. So I kind of wish she was almost like on her own, because I would really love to have the Bianca from this set. They do also have a John Cena and Roman Reigns one. Again, love Roman, but for me, I would have loved to have this John on his own, you know, like a basics one. Because as much as I do love Roman, I feel like all of his figures kind of look the same a little bit. Like, they all always looked like, which is fair dues obviously, because he always wears the same gear, so it's like, how many figures can they make? But yeah, he always kind of looks the same, whether it's the Roman with the vest or the Roman without the vest. So if I was to get like the 3-pack, like obviously the elite version of him is going to be a lot more detailed than this version, but I still really like the John from this version. And then we have another Cody, I think. For me personally, his face looks a little bit weird. I think he's just like a basics one. I would definitely prefer the first one that we looked at, but he's still cool as well. I like the gear on that one as well. She's really cool as well. I like the tattoos. I love the gear. I think the gear is so nice, especially for a basics one. So she's really cool as well. For a basics one, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the Robert Roode one really looks like him. Like, it's really good. I personally I'm not too fussed about having his figure, but I do think that it's a really cool one. Like, if you really liked him, I'd be well chuffed with that basics figure. Like, for a tenner, I feel like that would be really good. I also would actually really like Dolph. I think the Dolph one is really cool. I'm not too fussed about him in the blue, but the pink one I think is really cool, and again really looks like him. We have another John with the dog tags. He is also really cool. Any John figure, I'm gonna want him, basically. I think out of the ones we've seen today, I definitely still prefer the Ruthless Aggression one and the one with the spinner belt, but this one is also really cool. I think I probably would still kind of look to get him at some point. And then you're probably thinking to yourself, we've had Ruthless Aggression John, we've had the Elite 100 John with the spinner belt. Who could I possibly be more excited about than those two? And look, this is just my personal opinion. This is who I personally am most excited about, and the figure that I want the absolute most out of any of these. It's the Tori Wilson figure. I love her. I'm literally in love with her. And Tori and Kelly my two faves. Tori's been one of my favourites since I first started watching wrestling. I absolutely love her. I love her, and I've had to settle, no offense to Jax, because they did some good figures. I have quite a few of their figures, because obviously they were still, I think they'd only just turned over, like just changed to Mattel when I first started watching, so a lot of the figures that, you know, my mum would get me on eBay and that we would find, they would be Jax figures. So I love the Jax figures, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to the women, Jax did them so dirty, and I don't want to hear any other opinions about it. You cannot tell me that those figures are good figures. Like, they're cool, and I love having them, and I love that the figures were even made, because it's so cool for me to have like a Tori figure and all that stuff. But the girls from that era, they deserve Mattel figures. I think they do. I would love to see a range of women's figures by Mattel of the gals. I would absolutely love them. So seeing that Tori is getting a new figure is honestly so exciting to me. I never thought she would get a new one. I have the Ruthless Aggression version of her in the box. I have the white one with the fluffy like little fluffy boots. That was like one of my favorite figures. It's one of the first ones I ever got. And do I have another one? No, I don't have the pink one, which I would like, and I would love the Great American Bash one. I think I'm going to do a video on like figures that I would love to have in my collection, just out of every figure that's ever been made. So to see that there is a new Tori figure and it looks just like her, it looks so good, and the fact that you get Chloe and her like coral kind of like pink gear, obsessed. Mattel have outdone themselves. You can have my money, you can have all of it. I will be literally checking on Smiths, waiting for this one. I don't think I've really ever wanted a figure as much as I want this one, I can't lie. I was really excited to get the new Edge Elites when they came out, and the Jeff Hardy Elites with the chase. Like, I was excited for those, but this is another level. I've never wanted a figure as badly as I want this one. So that is all the figures that I personally wanted from the San Diego Comic-Con reveal. Let me know which ones you are really excited for, which ones you would like if I didn't mention one today, because there were loads of cool ones. They just personally weren't ones that I was really excited for. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. And hopefully if I can get my hands on some of these, then when I do get them, I will do review videos or like haul videos to kind of like show you what they look like in person. Bye.